Hi, my name is Heather Vahid Hardy, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
This is Amanda, the real deal Serrano, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Hi, I'm Courtney. And I'm Janita. And you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
You know, there's a lot of pressure on both of us, you know. We both want to win. I know he wants his belts back. I don't want to give him his belts back. So we're both going to do whatever we can to win and to be victorious.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, current unified Mexican heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz Jr. is set to have his press conference to announce his rematch December 7th in Saudi Arabia against then former unified British heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. The press conference is set for today, and they had a little sound bits and a little sound clippets. And one thing that stood out to me immediately was Andy Ruiz Jr. Admitting his feeling of pressure going into this rematch. He says, of course, there's pressure on me. He says there's tons of pressure on me. He said there's tons of pressure on Anthony Joshua as well, because I'm looking to keep the belts and he's looking to regain his belts, right? So there's lots of pressure on both guys. For me, meaning Ruiz, to keep my status, and for Joshua to regain his status, right? So he says, of course, there's a lot of pressure on both guys, you know, so I definitely feel the pressure. Now, here's my thoughts on this, right? Andy Ruiz Jr. always keeps calm, cool, and collective. He seems to be, you know, always under control of his emotions and things of that nature. Andy Ruiz admitting this is a red flag to me, in my opinion. Why? Because, yes, all fighters are nervous when they make that ring walk. All fighters are nervous when they have a fight because they're only human. But admitting that there's tons of pressure on him to be successful and to keep his status and to prove that it wasn't a fluke the first go round, June 1st at Madison Square Garden, in which he dropped Anthony Joshua 4 times and ultimately stopped him in the 7th round. So he's saying that, you know, there's a lot of pressure to keep his status, to keep his place. Now, is he going to use that pressure as hunger? Is he going to use it as a tool, a motivational tool, you know, to continue to stay where he's at? You know, financially, he will grow if he defeats Anthony Joshua in this rematch. His financial income, his financial status will gain much traction in his next fight, because it would be that much bigger. He would definitely be recognized as the top 3 heavyweights between himself, undefeated WBC American heavyweight champion Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, and that of undefeated British lineal champion Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. There was 1 to 3-headed monster of Joshua Wilder Fury, but if Andy Ruiz is to defeat Anthony Joshua in the rematch and continue to plant his flag and stay firm on his square and continue to be one of those 3-headed monsters, Andy Ruiz Jr. financial status will go through the roof. His financial security, should I say. His place in the sport of boxing, you know, he would start to develop hell of a legacy, because you got to understand that he could very well easily be undefeated should that fight between himself and Joseph Parker would have went the correct way, in my opinion, and that him getting the decision, because I thought he won that fight, but it was in Joseph Parker's backyard and Andy Ruiz wasn't awarded the victory. Andy Ruiz Jr. can very well be undefeated, right? So imagine if he would have been undefeated and defeated Anthony Joshua twice. You know, hindsight is always 20/20, but we're dealing with the present, right? And so with that said, you know, this says a lot, you know, because going into a fight with a lot of pressure busts pipes. You know, Andy Ruiz Jr. can very well fold under the pressure. You know, is he going to use this pressure and cement his status, right? Cement his place? Or is this the time where he thinks back and he says to himself in the ring, listen, I'm financially set right now with this rematch and previous fight. You know, I could throw in the towel? Or is he willing to still get up like he did in the first fight and say, listen, I got everything to gain in this fight, right? Is he going to dig deep? Is he going to know when to hold him or know when to fold him, right? Is he going to just say to himself subconsciously, I don't need this. You know, I'm already good financially. Or is this the opportunity where he could say, listen, I'm going to rise to the occasion and do what I do best, show and prove that it wasn't a fluke the first go round, that yes, indeed, I could definitely beat Anthony Joshua and I belong here. But to me, just for him to say this, and his body language to me says that Andrew Ruiz is skeptical of what's getting ready to take place. I don't see Andrew Ruiz as 1,000% confident like I did the first time. But, that could be, this is not the fight. But I just don't like the body language and I don't like the mindset of him saying this. And we've seen Andrew Ruiz. I know he came out and he said that, he's not partying. He has a game plan, but his coach also came out and stated that he hadn't been in the gym going on 3 months. You understand? So, he was celebrating, going on world tours, going to different platforms and speaking his piece and explaining how the fight took place. It was such a huge upset in the sport of boxing. It came out of nowhere. Nobody expected it. So, he's being celebrated. He started a new life pretty much. A new house. He bought a new house, new cars, bought his mother a new house. Things are different going into the rematch. And now he's feeling the pressure to not relinquish that. And is he going to be focused? You understand? Is he going to be hungry? It's yet to be seen, but I can't wait for this fight to take place. But Andy Ruiz stating that, in my opinion, is a red flag. It causes concern for caution because I think that, this is definitely a pressure-packed moment for Andy Ruiz. Like I stated before, you guys heard me say this before. You heard it here first. You heard me say, this is the biggest fight of Andy Ruiz Jr.'s career, the rematch, not the first fight. The first fight, he had the art of Anthony Joshua not seeing him coming, right? He had the art of surprise on his side, right? Nobody saw it coming. He dropped him 4 times, ultimately stopped him. This is the biggest fight where he has to prove that wasn't a fluke. He has to prove that he belongs here, right? A broke clock is right twice a day. You understand? And so people going to look at this situation and say, yeah, listen, he got lucky, as Anthony Joshua put it. He got gifted with the hand from the boxing guards, and caught Anthony Joshua, and that was all she wrote. Is he going to be able to prove that, listen, it's no fluke, I belong here, and I could dance with the best of them? Or is he going to fold under the pressure? Can't wait to see how this fight plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Blue Blood Sport TV, baby, from the Empress. Much love.